Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment. For the next day of the week of Halloween reviews. So, let's get into character for this one. You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us. And, of course, all the fans will know where that came from. And that is for 1988's Phantasm 2. And I'll put the spear down and show the box set again. Now, this does come in an exclusive actual box to put everything in, but this is just easier for me. So again, here's the Phantasm Spear Collection. Box set right here. This is the Phantasm collection part of it. And of course, it's all done on sleeves. And of course, we're not talking about this one today. Great artwork. Alright. So, Phantasm 2. Well, this is different from the previous version of the film that I have reviewed. Dramatically different. Now, the obvious difference is, of course, the full cut version of the movie. Around the time that this came out, the MPAA was very, very strict about Phantasm 2. They thought that the spear sequences and the graphic violence sequences in the film were too extreme, and no matter how trimmed down they got, we got merely a fraction of the full actual special effects sequences with the spears, which are, of course, are these. Well, there's supposed to be a drill right here, but of course it's not on the replica. But yeah, so far more graphically violent movie. A little bit longer, not by much though, like maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3, possibly 4, but it can't be any more than that. Definitely a much more groundbreaking experience. Now, that's not the only difference there actually is with Phantasm 2 in this collection. The film has been taken through a remastering from Don Costarelli and Company themselves. Not only is the full uncut version of the movie, the NC-17 X-ray version, if you want to call it that. Not only do you have that, you have a brand new 4K scan, supervised by the filmmakers themselves, to capture the original vision of the film. And that's pretty much it. I would say, though, I believe that the 5.1 DTS HDMA sound source on the film may have a slightly bigger bit rate. I would have to watch the original Screen Factory release and then compare it to this release, because that just wasn't the previous box set, after all. And see if one is louder and more intensified than the other. With this being a Return to series, I don't feel like I really need to do plot synopsis. But we'll do a quick one, just in case people really haven't been paying attention for the past 3.5, 4 years. Taking place a decade after the events of the first Phantasm, although technically 9 years, if you want to be specific. Mike has grown up and is now a young man. And after being discharged from the psychiatric hospital, he goes on a hunting expedition to go ahead and track down the tall man and bring him to an end. And get retribution for the death of his brother Jody. After the tall man gets him agreeing to get out of the hospital by blowing up Reggie's house, killing his wife and 2 children. Reggie finally believes Michael and joins him on his quest for vengeance. Which leads to an action-adventure chapter in the Phantasm series that really introduces all the perks that the Phantasm films are infamously known for. The classic car with the Barracuda, the 4-barrel shotgun, Reggie's one-liners, Reggie going from ice cream bender kind of nerdy geeky guy to being an really realistic and very satisfying sort of action hero in the films. This is really where it all begins. Now, how was it to watch this film theatrically for the first time? Well, I'll admit this is not the first time. I actually screened this when I first got the box set, which was months ago. But watching it in sequence of all the other films, it was very, very satisfying. I can say that much more satisfying watching it this time than all the other times I've seen it theatrically. And I can't stress enough how big, good movies, whether it be Phantasm films or whatever, are always going to be a bigger experience when you watch them on the big screen with a good sound system and a good environment. And all the perks that go with that is these films are meant to be watched as theatrical movies. They're not meant to be watched on the little TV. I'm not trying to, be a employee of Hollywood by saying, go out to the movie theaters and watch movies. To each your own. Do what you want. But if you want the full experience, you really need to watch these the right way. You really need to watch movies in the right way. I happen to be fortunate enough to have a cinema of my own at my house. And well, that's pretty much all there is to say about Phantasm 2 out of the Phantasm collection, which is a part of the Spear collection. In which all of this comes in a big box, obviously, but I just took the individual pieces out. Maybe I'll showcase the actual box at the end when I review Phantasm Ravager. There you go. And I'll see you guys next time for my review of The Purge Anarchy. Until then.